Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Yeah. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Kayak Bass Nation. Hey. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation. Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation.
Kayak Bass Nation is presented by Dugout Bait and Tackle. Go to dugoutfishing.com to find everything you need for your next kayak bass fishing tournament.
Hope you enjoy the show. Jeff Malott, Lunch Money Lambert, Lego.
Also sponsored by REVOS Sunglasses. Go to revo.com, use code KBN25 to save 25% off your next order. REVO, best lenses on earth. Also sponsored by Western Sun Vodka. Go to westernsundistillery.com and use the bottle finder to find a bottle near you.
Welcome to the Kayak Bass Nation.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to KBN Live. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great Monday to start to the week. Ryan's on the road. What's up, Ryan? How you doing today?
In tropical Memphis, Tennessee, man. Just soaking it up.
Kind of was tropical today. It's finally hot. No more rain and cold. It's hot.
I checked the Broken Bow forecast. So we had a tournament on Chick Saturday, and I froze to death because apparently I can't read the weather, so I wore shorts. It was like 55 and blowy. But I checked Broken Bow, and it's like 80s, like mid to upper 80s all week. So no rain gear for me, so it's going to rain for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time on Broken Bow. It's Broken Bow week. And we got Luke Aryan. We're going to have him in here in a second to talk about Broken Bow and the event they're running concurrent with it. We always like to touch on a few things before we do that. And, of course, tonight is the big springtime call-in show. We do 3 or 4 of these a year. So tonight we're doing the call-in show. The show's all about you guys that watch on YouTube, Facebook. If you're over there watching on Twitter, all you have to do is go to YouTube or Facebook to get the link. But click the link and get in the waiting room, and you can call in and have a take, man. Argue with us.
Keep it
bring
live.
Up your event. Yeah, bring up an event that you've got coming up. Ask a question, whatever. We want to talk to you guys tonight because all of you on YouTube and Facebook make this thing happen. Make it fun.
Go around.
Yeah. So before that, we always like to touch on a few things. I guess the big news of the weekend was we almost lost a legend in the kayak fishing world.
Dude, golly. I got messaged, I guess it was yesterday or Saturday. Anyway, one of the Florida guys is like, dude, Conrad was in a bad wreck. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, he flipped his truck 3 or 4 times. Like, everything's gone, like lost everything. You know, we're trying to get some stuff together, whatever. I mean, I love ribbing Conrad 10,000%. I would never, ever wish anything bad actually happened to him or anybody else in our community, honestly. So I was like, man, let's make a couple phone calls. So called Donnie at Douglas Rods. He's like, done. We're shipping it to him. I'll ship it tomorrow. I called Brad at Plano. Same deal. He's like, I got a ton of 3,700 sitting right here heading his way. We're going to get some bait packages together. Hopefully Christine's working on some left-handed reels because of course Conrad would be left-handed. I've got 1 million right-handed reels in the garage, but we're trying to get some stuff together, get Conrad back on the scene. I told him I don't want him getting his ass whooped on the excuse that he doesn't have the gear. So we're going to outfit Conrad just right so he has no excuse.
Yeah, he probably don't want me telling what he sent me the message when I sent a DM to check on him. But he said the first thing he did when he climbed out of that truck was check his hair and crotchal region. Then he was okay after that.
He told me that not to worry, that his hair and face was intact. So that's good. He said he was holding onto the steering wheel so tight he never even moved.
Yeah, and he didn't have his glasses with him as usual, so those are okay too. They're fine.
I was wondering if it was those shaggy-ass rays that run him off in the ditch in the first place. He probably couldn't see and just hit the eject button.
Yeah, but yeah, awesome. And like I said, last show we talked about how, at least for me, I got to meet Conrad in person finally at Eufaula. Awesome dude, humble dude, funny as hell online. So glad he's all right, and good on you, Ryan, for using some of your leverage to get him hooked up with replacing his gear and stuff.
He's like, man, I don't need anything. I appreciate it. And I said, I'm not good at sitting still, buddy. So we're gonna get something rolling here.
Yeah, man, awesome. We got folks on YouTube and Facebook coming in. Make sure, like I said, this is the call-in show. So once we get to going with Luke here, make sure you click on the link and call in.
That's open to anybody, local tournament directors, national tournament directors. People that just need to get their voice heard on some stuff.
Yeah, you want to call in and scold us about something? Do that too.
Yeah,
it'd
be
fun.
great.
Yeah, it'd be fun. But
Jeff's
Luke,
hot on the X button too. So
yeah. No, we ain't gonna beat you. We want to have that. Before we get Luke in here, he's just stepped away from his camera there. We always want to thank our sponsors, of course, Western Sun Vodka, drink of choice. I'm going to bring a load of that down to Broken Bow this week. REVOS sunglasses, which is tonight, the big REVOS sunglasses giveaway. Any pair you want off their website, I'll give you a code after the show once we pick our best call of the night. That's how we're going to do it. We'll hook you up there. And then Dugout Bait and Tackle. And Ryan, I had a sale I was going to throw up, but Steve DM'd me and said, no, scratch that.
dang.
He said, scratch that. That's not live yet. We got to wait a week or two. So, but I did want to mention Dugout and dugoutfishing.com. If you saw Steve Owens posted about the cart he was using, Boondock Scupper cart for his boat and all the carts they're carrying. They even have the fancy new catch cart over there.
I was going to say, now listen, I ain't trying to hype nothing for free here. Duke can send me a check if he wants to. I used that little catch cart the other day when I was down there testing out the old NAR, and it's pretty heavy duty. I'm not going to lie. The thing's pretty heavy duty. I do like the usability of it. It's much easier, obviously, to utilize than a scupper cart is. You just throw your big ass boat right over on top of it and you're good to roll. So good job. I don't know. I mean, I probably myself ain't dropping $500 on one, but if you do, you're getting a good quality product.
They ought to send us one for testing, Ryan. For that
sure.
plug right there.
Yeah. You're welcome.
John Allen's in the comments. I see you, John. I'm pulling for your Mavericks. Big Luka fan. But just for you, John, I got this vintage Jordan Wheaties box out of my collection and put it up right here for you to look at tonight. So I know you'll be happy about that. But let's get Luke in here, man. And maybe we'll start getting some callers. Hang on a second. Every time it's like the first time with this whole layout, Ryan. There he is. Luke Aryan. What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right. So we're heading your way here in a few days, man. We wanted to have you on to talk about the event you guys are hosting and just preview Broken Bow a little bit. So what's it looking like down there? It's been super high for a couple of weeks, I've heard.
Super high. We're looking at, I think the last I checked was a little bit over 4 feet high, which is, most people kind of get a little wary of 4 feet high water, but for Broken Bow, that's really good water to fish. That's some of most people's favorite fishing, but Broken Bow fish is really good whenever it's flooded. Because normally it's super clear. A lot of people that were here last year can attest to how clear it was, but it's even clearer whenever it's flooded. You know, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but down towards the dam, it clears up a lot. And then all those fish will sit there and stack up inside that brush and everything that's all new and flooded.
Yeah, it's not like Sam Rayburn, right, where it's going to go miles back in the woods because it's a mountain lake, so it just kind of climbs the bank a little bit, right?
Yeah, because it's most of Oklahoma lakes are highland reservoir lakes. So instead of kind of reaching far, like Fort Gibson's kind of like that, it'll stretch really far back in the creek coves and stuff, and you can go for miles, in 1 foot to 2 foot of water, not like Broken Bow. Broken Bow's really deep, clear water, and then it also, the bank's really, really steep. So when it climbs, it just climbs up more than out.
I feel silly saying this, but I actually brought my fish finder for this tournament. So hopefully I won't need it, but
I hope it works out for you.
It better. I hope them fish are high as the water and they're just dilling around, starving to death up in the bushes.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm gonna be excited for it. Just because the last showing that we had out there wasn't the best showing. I mean, people caught a lot of fish, which is to be expected with the field that we have, but not near as many that you would normally see for that time of the year. And especially this time of the year, it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of numbers coming in, and then you'll see those occasional big fish that it's known for.
That's what I was going to ask. Is this a big fish? Like, I don't have any previous knowledge at all of Broken Bow. Is this a big fish factory? I mean, as far as Oklahoma lakes goes, is this one that people are like, oh, there's some giants on Broken Bow?
So it's so far down south that a lot of people don't like to really go there, but it's good enough to where people from Texas come up to fish it. So there's that. You know, if people from Texas are leaving their stuff and coming up to Oklahoma to fish it, it speaks volumes. Now,
I heard it's like the Dallas Desperate Housewives destination. Like they all go to vacation at Broken Bow, have girls' trips and whatnot.
I can't speak for that side of
That's probably accurate. That's probably accurate.
We're going to get Sanderson to call in a minute. He'll let us know.
There's definitely some Sasquatches out there. I know that.
Oh, whoa.
You still talking about the wives, or what are you talking about?
Never mind.
You know, I mean, it is wild country.
Yeah.
You know,
We're going to leave Dylan at home on this one.
You know, but getting back to the quality of the fish down there at Broken Bow, I think that the quality of fish over at Broken Bow, I mean, it's had multiple state records pulled out of it at several times throughout its system of keeping state record fish. I mean, currently it's beat out by a really small lake over in southern Oklahoma, and southern Oklahoma produces our largest bass. I know Grand Lake is known for its big bass tournaments and stuff like that, but if you're looking for quality largemouth bass, then southern Oklahoma is where it's at, and Broken Bow is right inside that category. And there's so much undeveloped land out there that it doesn't get the pressure that people think. So it's not constant daily pressure from, you know, people just driving in and from wherever and fishing it, or fishing from their docks, because there is no docks out there.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize, man. There's one marina on the lake. There's no docks. It's not near a major metroplex of any kind, really. So nobody's just rolling over after work and fishing it. I told Ryan, I think, you know, 80% of the field or more ought to have a limit both days in this tournament. It's just who catches the big ones.
I'd be surprised. I'd be honestly surprised if it wasn't upwards of 90%, to be honest with you. I mean,
so if you don't have a limit on Broken Bow, quit fishing, fools. You're in the wrong sport.
I mean, bust out the net. Just bust out the net. It's all I'm saying.
It's already busted, player. It's tied on in the parking lot right now. It's busted, baby.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many spots out there, and not just spots, but good spots and good smallmouth too. That fishery is so diverse. I'm excited to see what people can pull out of there. Now I know Ryan's freaking out. I said smallmouth. He's probably going to head way up in the creek chasing them, but you know, this isn't Tennessee. That's not how.
You're not wrong, Playboy. You're not wrong. I still got to give it a shot. I can't do it. Knowing that there's smallmouth there, I can't not try it. So one day of free fishing, we'll go to getting schooled by some little baby Oklahoma smallmouths.
Hey, Scotch guy, he's come in second a few times. I think every time he had a big smallmouth in his limit. So.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Scotch's entire fleet of guide kayaks, I believe, have came from Broken Bow.
Yeah,
I do remember that. I thought that was a lake. I couldn't remember if that was it or not. It was always him and G going back and forth, right?
No, G, I think he only came there.
He just came once and won the tournament and left. That's what
that was
did.
it. Is that what it was? Oh, shit.
No, but Scotch, he's gotten second there multiple times. I don't think he ever won it, and it's been a scatter of people who have won it.
You're one of them, Luke.
2017.
You're one of them, big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I was hoping to be a double whammy, but COVID happened and shut it down. It was a great tournament series called Beavers Bend Kayak Classic. We'd average about 120 something. Maybe 120 was the max that I saw. And
it was always over 100, and it was kind of nobody talked about that tournament, and that was before big tournaments really started being all over the place, right? I mean, there wasn't a lot of tournaments pulling 100 plus, and that one always did.
Yeah, and the payout was $5,000 to first place, and it was a guaranteed Hobie Outback, brand new Hobie Outback for second place. Third place was, I believe, a Jackson kayak. Big Bass was a Jackson kayak. Everybody that entered that tournament walked out with a prize, and that tournament was held by one of our biggest sponsors in Oklahoma called Tulsa Kayak, or OKC Kayak. His name's Dave Lindo. He's a great guy. He supported so many charities with the money that went towards that tournament. And it was sad to see it, deteriorate with COVID, much like everything else did. but I mean, the lives that it changed was phenomenal. I think we donated like almost $14,000 to Howe one year. The year before was Boys and Girls Club of America, I believe. And I mean,
they had Ronald McDonald House down there one year and had some of the people from the place come tell some stories. It was it was wild. It was good stuff.
yeah, I mean, it's such a great cause. Beautiful fishing. I mean, granted, the tornadoes were there and every year, and the rain was there, but I mean, it was memorable for sure.
Yeah,
we loved it.
What do you think is going to win? I want to know like stringer guess overall, and then I want to know big bass guess for this event. What do you feel like in your heart of hearts?
My heart of hearts, I've had this discussion all week with people, and I honestly think it's going to be 185 is going to win it. And I think that big fish is going to be upwards of 23, 24.
Every time. I was going to say, Luke, every time that they've had a tournament there, it's 23 plus that wins a big bass. Yeah. I don't want to jinx it, but every time there's been a tournament there, it's been like that almost.
I forget what Justin Brewer caught last year for big bass. I believe Tuvu had it, big bass, with a 23-inch largemouth. He's from Oklahoma.
We've been waiting on like a bust out, show your ass tournament, and obviously Toledo Bend hurt a lot of feelings because that cold front and wind came in and ripped us apart. Santee, we thought we were getting out of it because the Elite smashed the week before we were there. Cold front and wind, 40 mile an hour comes in. We went to Eufaula. Eufaula was just Eufaula, so that killed us. And now, I mean, this could be the first like big breakout tournament of the 2022 season. I think it's setting up nicely. The weather looks great. You say the water's high. Willie Nelson's high, so we're going to get out there and have a good time in Oklahoma, I feel like.
I don't know if it's as high as Willie Nelson, but, you know, I mean, it could be high as someone else. I don't know.
Hey, Luke, over on YouTube, Robert asked if you remember or know that is 14-pound, 13-ounce the Broken Bow record. It held the state record for a while, right?
I'm not for sure, but I know it was.
Dude, that's Bobby Tinker. That ain't Robert. Don't call him Robert. That's Bobby Tinker. That's our homeboy from Chattanooga, man.
All right. Bobby
Tattoo
Tinker.
artist extraordinaire.
I do believe it was over 13 pounds for sure. But I can't
want to say Sanderson or Guillermo caught it like a 12-pounder. I think they were together on like a dude's trip or whatever. And they caught like a 12-something, just dragging a worm on a pontoon boat or something. If I don't completely butcher that story.
It's usually how 12-pounders are caught. Half drunk, dragging a worm.
Yeah. Hey, big bass coming in. Let's go.
Go.
What time do they eat? I'm looking for like that 9:30 to 1 range.
They're going to be eating all day. I guarantee it.
All right.
It's going to be a water.
Guaranteed it. I'm done. Let's go.
Yeah. It's going to be a water depth thing, I think. Once you find them, it's going to be a water depth deal.
Okay. All right.
And it'll be a patternable lake. That's what I like about it. Once you pattern them, man, it's on.
There you go, guys.
Okay.
That's the record from Broken Bow. It was 27 3/32 of an inch, 14 pounds 13 14 pounds 13 ounces caught. They even tell you right here, man, on a rage crawl on 15-pound big game.
On big game, damn.
Yeah, right, there he is.
My boy out there broke throwing big game. Shit.
Probably drunk, as Luke said.
Get him a sponsor. Yeah. He had to be at his damn catfish rod out there.
Getting rid of all my sunline right now, throwing on big game.
I will be damned.
Wait a minute. We got Bobby Tinker on the Facebook and Robert Tinker on the YouTube. What are they doing to us? He's in two places at once.
Now you see me, now you don't, son.
Yeah.
You know where we don't see him? In kayak fishing tournaments. He used to kick our ass when we started kayak fishing. Bobby, get you a boat and get back out here, man. Come on.
So, Luke, before we start taking any callers, tell us what you guys are doing in conjunction, because there's going to be an opportunity to double dip, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we at Oklahoma Kayak Anglers, I'm one of the board members with Oklahoma Kayak Anglers. We run I like to think of us as a pretty solid club over here in Oklahoma. We have a lot of big name sponsors. We have Dobbins, we have Yak Tack, we have Amped Outdoors, Motley Fishing. We have Nabatac, which is one of our local tackle sponsors out there. All these people are giving us donations. We have Flambeau gave us a lot of donations to give for these tournaments as well. Flambeau we're actually going to be not raffling, but giving away a couple door prizes for people that enter the Hobie BOS tournament and the Oklahoma Kayak Angler tournament only. So if you run those in conjunction, we got some prizes just for you, as well as people that are local club members as well. But we're going to be running the same rules as Hobie BOS, nothing different, same lines in, same takeoff, everything exactly the same. You can find us on our Facebook to follow our captain's meeting, see if we have any special notes or anything like that. But we want you to sign a waiver, make sure that you guys, eliminate all that liability situation. And most of all, sign up on Tourney X, and it'll be open up until lines in. Basically, you can sign up until lines in. We pay out 80% of our payouts. We're really transparent about it. And we usually have about 75 anglers fishing our tournaments on average, and travel all over Oklahoma and fish. And payouts typically are about $900 roughly for first place, and we pay top 10% of people.
So you'll probably do 120, 130 on this one.
I imagine I'm hoping we're going to be reaching over 100 anglers.
I'd say you'll bust 100, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be a great payout. We'll be paying out that'll be about $1,400 for payout. Big bass is automatically you're entered in for big bass in our tournaments. $10 from your entry fee goes straight to big bass. So 120 people, that's $1,200 just for one big fish.
Hey, that's my shit right there. I like your style.
That's the power. That's the
like
whatever it is. The Dakota Big Bass guy. That's right.
Yeah. I like
what is it? Just a one day, Luke? Is it running just one day or both days? All
yeah,
right.
Just one day. Identifier will be released on the tournament app, and pretty plain, cut, and simple.
Awesome. I guess
I like it, man. I like it. If
signed
somebody will if the People's Champ will text me what feats they're in, I'll sign up for that. Mavs and 6. God, these Allens.
Is he actually coming up? I heard rumors amongst the mail.
Hey, the boy done messaged me asking for the address. He said he's getting in Thursday. I think no, he's coming up Friday. I'm sorry, Friday.
Is he staying with you?
I mean, he can if he wants to. We got a hot tub. He's more than welcome to slide through. No, he's coming up. We're gonna I'm sure get together and talk some trash in person. So
yeah,
can't wait to meet Clifton Allen for the first time ever. I hope John Allen comes and stands on the bank with pom poms and just cheers for him the whole time.
Also, our weigh-in is going to be at the Hochatown Saloon on Saturday.
Whoa, hey.
I'll be there whether I'm fishing the tournament or not.
What time, Luke?
Hey, at 4 p.m. So, I mean, Lambert might be just rolling up at that time.
Yeah, getting started.
Up on the floor or something. You never know.
I don't
My
follow.
man just upped his entry fees right there, getting the saloon on board.
I stay up till about 3 a.m. I get horizontal after that.
Yeah. Good stuff. It's going to be a fun time, man. I expect to see Luke towards the top of the leaderboard for both days and that event, and several other Oklahoma guys. I got some. Is Jeff Herr in this one, Luke? Is he coming? Does he fish anymore?
I love it. I say the same thing to him.
Yeah.
That's why I love it. He's one of those guys that waits for the last second. I believe he signed up for the Hobie BOS, so he had to sign up early. So it's great for him to have to show his cards early on this one. Normally that dude that waits till like the last second, you see his name just pop up, then he rolls up smoking a cigarette in his Honda Civic, and he's like, "What's up?" and just smashes him.
Yeah. Nobody sleep. Be looking for the name Jeff Herr on there. My man always does good on Broken Bow or anywhere he goes, to be honest. But he's really good on Broken Bow, so that's another one to watch.
One of our local hammers. There's going to be some big names. I don't know if anyone does the fantasy stuff, but you're going to see some new names on that the Broken Bow top 10 for sure.
Every time I'm fishing,
I hope that brother. Jeff and I can join that one. We've spent some time there.
Yeah. We usually have pretty good events there, Luke. I don't want to jinx myself, but I need some good mojo, man. I've been on a bad run to start the year, so I need something to feel good about. Not just the saloon.
I'm gonna get a cold refreshment. Y'all keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're not going anywhere. But here in a minute, we're gonna start taking some calls. So the link is in the description on Facebook and YouTube. All you have to do is click it, join. We'll bring you in, talk about whatever you want to talk about. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, Luke, I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't know. I've been there a few times with the lake high, but every time I've been to Broken Bow, it seems like it's either in late March, early April. And I don't know if I've ever been there in May. So I don't know. It should be even better, I think. They're not in a weird pre-spawn, post-spawn, spawn. They all should be on the same page, I hope, with that high water. So we'll see.
Well, you never know. I mean, just like any other lake you fish, around the spawn season in Oklahoma, in the southern region of Oklahoma, without giving away too much juice, I mean, it's mostly spawn, post-spawn time down there. And that's just the way it is. But, I mean, it is a clear, deep lake. So, I mean, you're going to find them. It's just the way it is. I mean, but you're talking about 4-foot water. So you're talking about fish spawning, I mean, they spawn about 3 foot of water, 4 foot high. They're about 8 foot down now. So good luck bed fishing. But,
what's it? He's giving the juice out when I walked away. Is that what's happening?
He waited for you to leave. Yeah.
Man, come on, Luke. I thought we were boys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a good time. Now, Luke, we're going to start taking some calls. You're welcome to stick around and mix it up with them if you want. But if you got to go, I know you just get back from soccer. That's fine too. But we appreciate you, man.
It was a
Luke
good
plays
time.
soccer?
What? I have 4 kids, and I have 5 kids, but 4 kids in soccer.
Dang,
So,
boy.
yeah,
You're a pro.
I'm pro something for
Throw
sure.
something.
Show him
All
some
right, man.
Pele vids. That was always my soccer hero. Show him what's up with Pele.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see you in a few days, man.
Thanks,
man,
guys.
Luke.
I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you out there.
Yes, sir. See you, man.
See you.
All right. First caller is in the waiting room,
Oh,
and
snap.
here it is.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
There he is.
Oh, no.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the man in the Daffy Duck hat, our Bass and Brews friend and friend of the show, the Jabberhammer over there. That's his new
Friend
nickname, I
and
guess.
confidant.
Yeah, Paul Roberts. We were just texting earlier today. He's sending me some juice for some BBQing. What's up, Paul? Thanks for calling in, man.
I don't know. Y'all had a call-in show, so I forewent my 7 o'clock bedtime to come out here and talk to y'all because I got to say, usually I got to save up my hours for Tuesday night when we record because I can't stay up late because I'm old and fat. But
Y'all talk a long time. I'll tell you that. I watched some of them episodes. Y'all be running for a couple hours just going back and forth.
But Alex, before his ass went on his sabbatical with the Coast Guard, was 45 minutes to an hour. He was done. Shit, man, I got episodes 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I got a live episode with 4 hours with a retention rate of like 95%.
Retention rate. We had all 3 people on there for 4 hours.
Oh man, this sounds like a NAR review almost.
2 of them were guests. Oh shit, no, you ain't. Dang, Jeff. I was gonna leave that alone.
Look, if you can't be the best, you got to pretend and look like the best. So,
Man.
they took a page out of our book with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
No, you guys run a good program over there, man. I enjoy it a lot and been a part of it a few times, and I enjoy that too. So I like what you got going. And I've seen you guys mixing it up over there on TikTok too, man. You're doing some things over on the TikTok.
Shit, man. That's Alex.
Okay.
I accidentally followed him, and now every time I open a damn TikTok, I'm looking for some kind of funny or entertaining video, and it's him talking to the camera. So I'm gonna have to fix that. That's my bad. My bad for trying to support you, Paul. I thought it was gonna be you.
No, man. Alex runs all of that stuff. That's when when he left, we got a whole generation of Bass and Brewskis, or whatever the fuck they call themselves now. that have no idea who Alex is, and that's the man who started it and who does all the social media, and he's been doing all this stuff, and people are messaging me. I'm like, shit, I don't know. I just show up and drink and get drunk and talk shit for 2.5 hours.
That's what it's about. That's the keys to a successful podcast, I hear.
Well, I took when I got invited on, I was like, I gotta be the KBN guys and Josh from Black Waters when I go on this podcast. I got to be eccentric, and I got to be pretty much inebriated to have a good time. And so I've just carried that on for the last almost a year now.
I like it. I prefer it, man. I try not to deal with my demons. I just try to mask them,
Well, I like demons. They're fun. They don't have to catch fish though, because I suck at that.
Well, you got a specific question or something you want to say tonight, or do you just want to come on here and visit a little bit?
Oh man, I told y'all to bring me on at the last end where we could shoot shit when nobody else wanted to come on, but you brought me on now. So nobody else wanted to come on. I guess y'all struggling for your live night to bring me on second. That's
we
all.
just like to keep people watching, man. So if we see a train wreck coming early, we'll go ahead and jump in front of it.
Look, the first time I came on the show, I didn't have no shirt on. I can take this bitch off right now if I need to.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know about the 90% retention rate if that happens.
Yeah, we'll probably drop quick after that.
Yeah, we're sitting with like 60 to 70 people on the live stream between YouTube and Facebook. We need y'all to click that link and call in.
Yeah,
Ryan and I, we don't mind talking to each other all night long. We can keep Paul here too and talk, but we'd love to talk to you all.
Plenty on here.
Oh,
But right now, Paul's in the lead for a pair of $300 REVOS, so you're looking good, Paul, right now.
Oh, look, y'all keep me on here. This is going to be the longest episode of KBN ever. I can guarantee it.
It's not because I got to eat supper. I just drove to Memphis.
An hour and a half.
I'm hungry out here, boy. We got all kind. We got the Allens, we got Steve-O's, we got Bobby Tinkers in the comments. Y'all call in, man.
We got Abel Patino from Cali out there. He's
Abel, Mijo, call in, Mijo. Tell us about it. Yeah. Let's go.
Hey, I do have a question before we go now with tournament season on Hobie. We're halfway done. Who's going to take it? What's the halfway projections y'all got for who's going to?
Let me tell you this. I'll answer that with this, which is an observation I had earlier today. Anyway, I saw a few people share the AOY standings. And it is so much different this year because of the sellout fields. People with like 3 top 40 finishes are in the top 10 of the AOY, where that was not even a remote possibility last year. Yeah. You had to be in that top 10 every time to stay near the top. Now, I know we've got some lower attended events probably coming up. Maybe they'll fill up late. But right now, it's like if you can just stay in that top 30, you're gold for that AOY, which is how it is on the Bassmaster Opens and bigger fields like that. If you can just stay in the top quarter of the field, you're okay, you know. So that's the biggest observation I had is the people that are up there are not just absolutely killing it; they're just consistent.
But who y'all taking? Who?
I'll tell you, I don't think right now you see names like Cody Milton and Nolan Miner up there at the top, and I think you'll see both those names at the top going into TOC. See, the TOC is still a wild card. If you can't beat your competition on the big day, on the big stage, TOC, then you know that changes a lot of things. We've seen it before, but I think you're going to see Nolan and Cody. I'm sure the usual suspects are going to weave their way up. Drew Gregory, I think I talked to him earlier today. I think he said he's going to fish like the last 4 BOS events, so I'm sure he'll get some good points. He always does. I think Jordan Marshall, I think you'll probably see Marshall figure out how to fish this year and work his way up there.
For the first time ever, right? I mean, the guy's never done it before.
Old boy's clutch. Like he's going to slip up on something. We got a lot of river events in play for the rest of the year, and that's his strength. There's a big river section that's in play on Broken Bow. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see him and Eric Thomas to get out there and wreck them up pretty good.
Hashtag pro.
Yeah, so, I don't think it's going to be any different from any other year. I do think you will see, like Steve Field said, newer names up there. Obviously, I think Rolando's probably going to, especially as fish move a little deeper in the summer and start to play more in that live scope game. I think you'll probably see him crack another 1 or 2 big finishes. So those are my top 3 picks right there, to be honest with you.
And so this is a question I beg to ask is some of the folks that have come from the northern territories down south that have done well, does some of these tournaments moving up into those areas help them out?
No, they're gonna get their ass whooped up there.
You think
so? No, but I gotta say it just to keep the trash talk alive.
I tell you who's gonna be my pick. If you're gonna ask me to pick one, Paul, I don't know this kid well. I've stayed in the same house with him this one time this year, and that's Edwin's older brother. His demeanor, I don't think he'll get as rattled maybe as he's just a little bit older. I don't think he'll get rattled. He seems to have the calm demeanor to be able to handle it. So we'll see. He'll be right there at the end.
Yeah, like if you were going in on his top 10 limit of fish on day 2, he would politely ask you not to. He's got that kind of demeanor,
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
He's a respectful young man. He's been in the tourney scene for a long time. He hustles. He really studies the water. This kid, like, we're sitting there drinking, throwing cornhole, got the music turned up, just raising hell at 1 a.m. And he's like curled up in the corner on a laptop, map studying. After he's already smashed them one day, he's like, I gotta find a new spot for tomorrow. Like,
Yeah,
he's gonna be hard to handle.
I saw Mr. Miner in the comments. I called him a kid. He's a kid to me, but he's a young man. He's a level-headed young man. So we'll see.
Youthful.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, you probably age better than anybody on the 14,000 people on y'all's website.
Oh my!
Like I would.
Thanks, Paul.
I would think that you're like 20-something years old. It's bizarre. It's crazy.
Not when I'm hanging out with Lambert and these guys. I go to bed at like 8 o'clock and limp away from day one.
And then he'll miss some great fun, like miss the dude at the pool hall telling us how to catch catfish. And he's like, man, I should have stayed out for that one.
I'm in my element now, though. I'm only 3 hours from home at Broken Bow. I'll be able to hang with them a little longer.
Ashley K can come pick you up.
That's right. Call an Uber from Fayetteville.
You're not gonna get in trouble for that one, huh?
Hey, you know what I saw, Ryan?
Lifetime.
And side note about this event this weekend is your boy Aaron Lewis is just up the road with an event in Fort Smith.
Really?
Yeah, on Saturday he's up in Fort Smith, which is probably still 2 hours from Broken Bow, but not that far.
That's drivable.
Yeah.
We'll hit that up if day one doesn't go well.
Yeah, there you go.
Uberable. I know you ain't driving there.
No, I might. Well, we got the young folks staying in my house, so I'll get Edwin or Jackson or somebody to drive.
John asked how far I am from Eureka Springs. I don't know how that's relevant, but I'm an hour and a half from there.
I don't know how that's relevant.
That's the opposite direction from where we're going.
What?
If you need me to make a run for you, let me know. We'll figure something out.
They must have some kind of sought after liquor or something up there to ask that question.
Yeah. Hey, we got another caller, but it's a repeat caller.
What does
Hang
that
on
mean?
just a second. Yeah.
Is Luck back here?
Luke's back in. Paul, stay with us.
Don't quit on us, Paul.
Luke, you're back in. Did you forget to tell us something, man? Or you got something else to ask?
No. We were. I was, of course, listening to you guys, and you guys were talking about how, Hobie's maxing out on the tournaments and stuff like that, talking about AOI points, and talking about people posting up the AOI points, and I had a real crappy Toledo bin day 2, and I didn't, and day 1 really. It just the whole thing was bad, but. What I thought was funny or interesting is, something I never really paid attention to was how Hobie does their point scoring system to only 100 points max.
Yeah.
And whereas, really, you're leaving 50% of the field with a 0. And as you were talking about,
They got their ass whooped. That's why.
I agree. And we're both not strangers to that, but still. You're talking about 100 points versus, you could only get 1 point, but if you look at the field, you could possibly squeeze in some crappy finishes up in the top 50. If you have a couple good finishes. Like I know right now I'm looking at my score. I'm sitting in like 40th place with only one scoreable tournament. But if I was to add my Toledo stuff in there, as well as the other people to add it, I may be sitting better or
Right.
could be sitting worse. I don't know, but I just thought it was something interesting. And, maybe sometime in the future, it might be something Hobie has to change. If you take a look at boat tournaments, they do a scalable from like 1,000 points down.
Yeah.
And they score every place down. The same way I run my club. We do 1,000 points, even though we're never going to reach 1,000. Anglers, but we've hit over 100, and it was something that we had to actually go back and revisit, because when we busted 100 something anglers like this tournament we're going to, it's something that could possibly happen.
I see a little bit of what you're saying, because I think if you're winning against a 200 person field, you deserve more points than 100. Because you just clap 200 guys or 199 guys out there, whatever. I can see it from that aspect, but I don't think if you didn't crack the top 100, I don't really think you deserve any point for anything. But
yeah, I get where you're coming from on that, Luke. Like I said, because you are making the trip, do you get just some consolation points of some sort if you at least score a fish? You know what I mean in the event. But still, I don't know. What's
if
to do
you
there.
honestly, if you don't get and this is solely my opinion. I have not worked out any kind of crazy mathematical formulas. If you're not in the top, if you're not getting probably top 25 points, maybe top 28 points, I'll go that far. It's not going to do you any good in the TOC anyway, like to get into the TOC. I think if you're not at that threshold or higher, then your points are null and void.
I don't know how to address this, but another issue that's kind of along the same lines is, like you just said, Ryan, if you get, max AOY points for beating 200 people, and then there's another event that only pulls 75 and you get the same amount of AOY points. Yep. Is there anything that can or should be done about that? I know there used to be a deal with KBF when they had trail events. They had a certain threshold to make it an official trail event. I think back in the day it was like 30 or 40. If they didn't hit 30 or 40, they just didn't call it a trail event. It was just a open or something like that. But
yep.
I don't know. I don't know how to reconcile that, or do we even worry about that?
I think it'd be impossible to do, a point weighted system versus, how many anglers show up. It's next to impossible.
I mean, I just think ultimately you have to pick a threshold and go with it and roll on from there. Again, I don't think it may make somebody feel better if they were 98th or 102nd and got a point or something for it. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think, unless you're in that top 25 to top 30 range, I don't think it's going to make a difference in the final outcome. We'll see, but I mean, field size is going to play a lot into that. You're going to see a lot of more, I think, kind of more shakeups. You're going to see a lot of lower finishes that pull into this because the competition level is so much. Hell, the competition for parking spots at the ramps is so much higher. For anybody said that Hobie needed to go up on entries, they don't. Entry fees, yes. The number of entries, hell no. 200 is plenty on a lake. If you don't believe it, come fish one.
Yeah, and just like you said, Ryan, the TOC is kind of the where the rubber meets the road anyway. You got to do good there to cap off that AOY. And I think for KBF, they're the best example of that because they'll have events with 100 on the East Coast and 30 in Utah. They get the same amount of points, but the AOY is determined at that trail championship, so it's the same deal. They have to put up at the championship to really win it. So maybe it's fine just how it is. Another caller in the waiting room. This is going to be a tough one for you and for Luke and Paul to outdo, but we're going to bring him in here anyway. Luke, you got anything else? I'm going to remove you to get more room on the screen.
You can give me the boot.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
We'll see you in about 15 minutes, Luke.
All right, hang on just a second. This guy's a legend of the call-in shows.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bob Baylor.
Bob, there he is.
What's up?
I see you with that coon skin on the wall back there, boy.
Oh boy, look at that big old boy. It shot opening night last year. 33 pounds. 32 pounds.
How big a rack she have on her?
Ooh, at least a 6-pack.
You barbecue it?
Oh.
No.
Look,
What kind of REVOS you want, Bob?
Prescription.
Awesome. That's some good stuff now if you cook it right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I see a picture floating around Facebook with the stuffed possum. That's legit. I don't know if you can get me to try it. No, I might try it, depending on if you cook it or not.
I'll cook it. Shit. I cook it third. You'll eat it. I'm sure. I've done it before.
Oh man. What's going on, Bob? What do you got for us up there?
What I got for us, I wanted to come up and bullshit and talk about the upper Midwest and what we got going on up here,
Yeah,
Let's
tell us about it, man.
Well, this weekend we got the All-American on Okoboji. If you
where?
like Mille Lacs and you like big smallmouth and you don't want to drive to Mille Lacs, Okoboji is like your budget Mille Lacs.
Okoboji?
Really? It's a wish Mille Lacs. Okay.
It's yeah, it's basically a wish Mille Lacs, except you don't have to drive 3 hours up north, farther north. It's got big largemouth, big smallmouth, big muskie, these crazy ass looking pike. Like, it's just what it is. And I've only fished it once in my life, and this year I'm gonna finally go back and fish the All-American this year.
You gonna hammer down on them?
I'm hoping. I've seen great things. My last time I was there, I kind of lost about $2,000 worth of gear, if you can ask. So, yeah, that was a good time.
What are the fish doing up there that far north? Are they pre-spawn or what's happening? Are they alive? Are they still in ice?
They alive. It's just you go around and pick them up, Ryan. That's what you do. You just scoop them.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
you put a little
time I
heater
went
and they
fishing
come
was-
to the heater. You just
Just put a heater in the water and they just come right up.
That's smart.
But no, the last time I went fishing was down on the All-American on Table Rock Lake, and that was about 3 weeks ago. So, but they should be pulling up the spawn here pretty soon.
What time of year do the smallmouth spawn up there? I would think probably
about
closer to
now.
June-ish. Oh, is it? Okay, all right.
About now to about beginning of June.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and usually about right now is when the muskie, like the muskies and the pike, like to go up in the bays and back in the creeks. They like to spawn too. So, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild event.
I didn't even know they spawned.
Yeah. No, they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just stocked. No spawn. They just stock them like stripers.
Yeah, but like
Marshall.
here's a fun fact: like all the Iowa DNR, they get all the brood stock from the muskies out of Okoboji.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's something that happens, and like you can catch them shallow because they're always shallow. They go up in the reeds and everything, to lay their eggs and everything. So,
is Steven Sisto still banned? I thought he's back in KBN.
I thought he joined. I saw that comment. I thought he
get out of here,
was
Luke. Come on.
He may have left of his own volition, but he's not banned anymore.
Yeah, he ain't banned.
We have a lot of people join and leave. That's nothing new. They usually come back.
Yeah,
later.
We can't help that. That's somebody else's fault right there.
Yeah.
They can't give up the crack.
All right, Bob. Thanks, man. You're the man.
Yeah.
We always glad when we see you calling in.
Hey, when am I seeing you at a tournament? Is the more important part. That's what I really.
Coming out to lacrosse for the All-American Open.
Nope.
Oh, come on now! It's going to be a 3-day event. $10 trash pod and everything. Oh, it's going to be a blast.
When is it?
It's the week. It's weekend right after 4th of July.
So the 11th of July. I don't.
No, it's 6th and 7th, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not looking at a calendar right now, but it's the weekend right after 4th of July.
Either.
Yeah, but it's the weekend right after. I think I know Miniac Bass Fishing League, our local club. We're going to have an event with them too on their day 2. So if you shit the bed day 1, you can at least go try to redeem yourself for that.
I would never shit the bed on day 1.
Yeah. So like, it's gonna be a 3-day event. They got the 50% cut get cut after day 2 to day 3 on Sunday, and then I think they got like an hourly big bass going on too.
Okay,
and
those guys run a good event. They run a good event. One more question for you. We got a question for you. Todd Patrick asked if you spawn, Bob.
Oh.
You want to comment on that? You can just let it go if you want. It's all right.
No comment.
All right.
Yeah. But no, so the big All-American events in lacrosse, I'm taking a whole week off to go fish that because I want to win it. Because lacrosse is my backyard. I live an hour from it, so yeah.
I like it. I hope you win it, Bob. You're my pick to win it.
Ooh. Wolf River. I don't really want to go to Dinkfest, but I might, depending on just what I got going on.
Wolf is Dinkfest?
Wolf is Dinkfest? I heard lacrosse is Dinkfest. I haven't heard lacrosse is Dinkfest. I've seen 7 major tournaments on lacrosse that have confirmed that it's Dinkfest.
Here's my thing about that. There's so many good fishing. Go up north 3 pools on 4, 5, and 6. I like fishing 4, 5, and 6 a lot better than I like fishing lacrosse.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And, just recently they had the Big St. Jude Bass Classic that, Fat Cat, is the MC for it and everything. I just went up there and they had multiple, 20-pound, 6-pound bags, submitted every day with several 5-pound fish,
I'll sleep on the Yankee fish. I love them. Love them up there.
Yeah.
We don't get enough credit up in the north, except in Ohio. The fishing sucks in Ohio.
No.
Hey, listen, you funny little shits in the comments, click the link and call in here. Be a man. Be a man.
Be a man. I wish I had that clip yeah. Man, I need that video right now, the Be a Man clip.
Oh, damn. Rolando's in here now. He heard his name mentioned on the AOY. He done rolled up in here. He's got live stuff on the podcast.
You calling us the Jerky Boys, or you saying we're like the
I don't know what that means, but I got a hot tub at the cabin at Broken Bow.
And, our state record for bass up here in Minnesota is like 8 pounds, 8 ounces or something like that. So if you're catching that, it's like catching a 15-pounder in Texas.
Except it's only 8 pounds. So you drove all the way to damn Minnesota and caught an 8-pounder.
Except it's only
but we got smallmouth, so who cares?
What's a 15-pound bass in coon weight up there?
Ooh,
15-pound bass, probably about 8 pounds.
An 8-pound coon?
8-pound coon.
What's the
Wait,
big
wait,
2 pound
coon?
bass in coon?
Yeah.
Oh, 30 pounds plus.
30-pound coon is equal to an 8-pound bass. This
Pretty
this
much.
show has gone off the
Shoot.
rails
I
completely.
don't
Right?
even know. That's like a beaver. That's like a beaver-sized raccoon.
Look, man, y'all ever ate beaver?
Hey, Paul, come on now. This is live. This ain't recorded.
Damn!
seriously.
Wow, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out how to get that brewski audience here in a minute. We're gonna be sitting on 8 here.
Are you guys coming up the Wolf Box River? Because I'm considering it. I'm just not. I'm on the fence right now.
We might, man. We might. It depends how Broken Bow goes for me.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of waiting to see how my local tournaments go before I decide to spend more money on that.
I got you. Well, Bob, you're always a hoot, man. We appreciate you calling in. We got some more folks in the waiting room. Finally, we're going to bring them in here.
Finally, well, I'll get out of here and I'll let the other folks try to top me. So,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
gonna be
know if
hard.
They can, Bob.
It's going to be hard.
all right,
See you, buddy.
see you guys.
The goat. The call-in goat. Oh, look
Hey.
here. Look who we got.
What's cracking, y'all?
What's cracking? Oh no! Josh done slid up in here.
What's happening?
What do you got? What kind of lighting?
Where are you?
Are we
Bro,
doing?
that's my front porch, man. You think it's the strip club, but it's just the front porch.
Really?
I thought you were inside the hull of the NAR. I didn't know where you were at.
I was at
Oh
Jordan,
no!
Jordan Marshall's ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
Remember?
Oh,
Y'all remember?
Hold up! What is happening right now?
Remember that? Anyways, I just called to say what's up, man. I needed some cheering up.
You're
Ain't nobody trying to
cheering
top.
us up, Josh. You're cheering
Ain't nobody
us
trying to top Bob B. Literally,
my
that's a different
gosh.
kind of show.
okay. Okay.
You're close though. I'm giving you bonus
Just for the
points on
purple
lighting.
lights, you're close.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. See, I wanted mood lighting. You feel me?
You set the
Yeah.
mood. I feel like we're back in Shreveport again.
Thank you. I knew you knew.
Steve Field said he was looking for the girls with those lights, is what he said in the comments.
Oh
So,
no,
This looks like Hobie Worlds, don't it, Steve? What's
we'll,
happening?
we'll take you there, Steve.
Oh,
I just called to mess with y'all, man.
We're
Hey,
taking a detour to Amsterdam this year.
that sounds like fun, to be honest. No, man, I was calling in. Something I didn't hear you guys talk about was the Women's Fishing Federation. I thought that was pretty cool.
So not only did I we didn't talk about it. I've got a message out to the fearless leader, trying to get them all to call in because there's still 4 or 5 of them hanging around there right now. So
I think that would be cool, but
Stay tuned.
also I think they're onto something. I think we should do a guys version and call it Dudes in Kayaks.
So we actually, it's tongue in cheek. We said we should have like a toxic masculinity federation gathering where we teach these young men how to do man things. We can
See?
teach them. We can teach them cornhole, how to shoot pool, how to fist fight, so you can back up your trash talk at the ramps.
I'm down for all of it.
Jeremy Hughes, the presenter of that.
He's gonna do the hands.
You gotta wear yoga pants to be able to do that shit now.
That's only Queen City, bro.
That's Jeremy Hughes though.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true. I bet you Jeremy Hughes will wear them too.
He taught
Whooping
that
on
old boy
people.
yoga. He had him in downward dog when the police rolled up.
Hey, real talk, Josh. That may happen sometime. We've actually really talked about doing.
I
that,
mean,
so.
look, we're talking about it, and you're talking about acronyms and whatnot. I mean, Dudes in Kayaks, think about it. Just saying, that's perfect.
I do
Perfect.
think, no, seriously, because you get a lot of people, especially, kayak fishing's kind of entry level. This may be people's first experience actually fishing, and they weren't taught, how to throw a bait caster or, what to look for when and that kind of stuff. I think it would be, we don't have to make it a male and female thing necessarily, but
No, I
think
agree.
it would be cool to do that for sure.
I think it would be cool. I mean, honestly, it would be something just to get people that are new in kayaking in general, not gender specific, you know what I'm saying? But get them out there and learn how to do the things we do. And there could be like an after hours part 2 where they can learn how we do what we do.
Where you learn everything.
Right. The networking.
How much
aspect
is
of
too
things.
much? How many trips to the ATM is too many trips?
Then I'll have a second segment where you learn how to use a CPAP and take your medicine on time at night.
I got that one too, but that's a whole separate segment, bro.
Yeah, you got to learn how to put a CPAP on a dude in the dark so you can sleep.
From the back.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Oh my.
Oh,
Yeah.
On that note, hey, I just
Gene,
want-
hey, here you go. There you go, Josh. She finished it for you. Dudes in cute kayaks. That's the acronym.
Even
for
but
you.
see, Gene gets me. I love it.
Yeah.
Mama
Yeah.
Jean.
All right,
Happy,
on that
happy
note,
belated Mother's Day, Mama Jean.
Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day, Mama Jean.
All right, man.
Hey, I just want to call and say I love y'all. You're doing great things. You're my peoples. You know. I'll holler at you later.
Can't wait to see you, buddy.
All right. Hey, we got people lining up now. We're going straight out of Arkansas with this one. The fearless leader of the Natural State Kayak Anglers, Oklahoma Sooner fan, Kyle Long. What's up, man?
Oklahoma Sooner fan.
What's up, dude? What
You in your backyard? Where you at?
Yeah, dude. I just got a new bug zapper, and I'm fired up.
All right.
We
Man,
got
it's still light out there. Damn.
we got these bugs around here called blind mosquitoes. You can look them up. Took me an hour to Google them and figure them out, but they're called blind mosquitoes, and they swarm in like the 8 millions. And I've had this thing for about a week, and every night it just sounds like a fireworks show going off outside. It's awesome. Love it.
Right.
What you
And I
got for
want
us
to have
tonight,
the
man?
lights.
Besides the bug zacker, what do you got for us tonight?
Arkansas Entertainment.
Well, you know, this is my first BOS of the year, and I've been watching the call-in show, and I'm pretty fired up about it. And that's and I'm pretty fired up about all the other stuff. You know, all you guys coming down, because if you've never been to Hochatown, it's quite the place.
Yes. That's what I hear. So, by the way, we should go ahead and announce it now. Anybody coming in town for this event, all as strange as you are welcome at the Hochatown Saloon Thursday night, KBN meetup. We encourage, I don't care if you're super shy. I don't care if you got a little tick. It don't matter. Come on out. Everybody's welcome. Meet some friends. You know, we'll talk to you and make some memories. I promise.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. And I expect a good showing from the Arkansas crowd.
Man,
Kyle.
me too. We got like 17 from the club going to come down. And, yeah, some, you know, the local hammers that a lot of people don't know, but you do, Jeff. And so then there's some of the local hammers that can't make it, but that's all right. We're going to try to represent well anyway. I expect a good showing also. Speaking of that, I just thought I'd come on here and our next event, May 21st on Table Rock Lake. If anybody's around, feel free to join us. Should be
When is that? When is that, did you say?
May 21st.
21st, okay.
May 21st on Table Rock Lake. Yep. It'll be fun. We that's such an awesome lake. I so badly wish that Hobie would come there, or Bull Shoals, or Beaver. Any of those three.
Any of them.
They'll never come to Beaver, I don't think. Although Rogers will throw around some money, so you never know. They might if they throw them enough.
Rogers will
cash
throw
up.
around some money. Hey, KBF came there one time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that didn't work out so well.
There you go. That's set the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Damn it, I had a question for Ryan, and I forgot.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, buddy.
Dang it. I was waiting in the comment. I was waiting in the thing, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ask Ryan this. And then I forgot what it was.
You can do it. Come on, Kyle.
You need a whiteboard to write all that shit down on now. This is
There you
professional podcasting.
I know these guys, and this is hardly professional podcasting.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you. Kyle.
well,
They
anyway,
try their
we're
hardest.
repetitive if we're not professional. How about
I'll
that?
tell you what. After I go down there and catch them, whenever I come back to win on my winners podcast, I'll ask you then. Maybe I'll remember it.
Okay.
then.
Okay.
All right.
I like the confidence, Kyle.
Yeah, it's fleeting.
Kyle, and just so you know, Kyle's on a hot streak around here. He's winning events and finishing top 5 all over the place around here, so you never
Hey.
know. He could do it.
Hey, old blind Sal. There's a saying about
Yeah.
her. She finds an acorn.
Yeah.
So-
We've got
How's the fishing there in the backyard? It's
You know
pretty
what?
loaded, isn't it?
I went out the other night. Lake's up. It's actually up in my grass. I had to mow around it tonight. And I went out the other night and I thought, man, I'm about to just wreck face.
Ooh.
And I didn't catch a fish. I didn't get a bite. I didn't even feel like I was going to get a bite. I was out for 3.5 hours and I was like, yeah, this sucks. So I
crazy.
quit really.
Crazy stuff, man. Well,
There
Kyle,
is some
appreciate you,
hammers in
bro.
there. Hey, dude. Thank you. And yeah, NSKA Table Rock, May 21st. If anybody's around, come fish with us. Oh, bug zapper. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Got
Got
him.
dinner.
Got him. All right, we got some more people in the waiting room. Well, I had somebody with a turkey on camera, and he disappeared.
Okay.
Let's pull him in here. Fred. I don't know if Fred is a human or Fred the turkey is going to talk to us, but there he is.
What in the world?
That's quite a
What's going
gobbler.
on over here? I did not know Paul spoke turkey. That's impressive as well.
Fred, can you hear us?
That's the snood or something, isn't it? What's that called?
I don't know. Say something, Fred. Did the turkey eat Fred, or is Fred the turkey? We don't know. It's a mystery.
Old boy's got some neck work going on there, though. I'll tell you that. We need to get that looked at. That's okay.
Wow, that's wildly inappropriate, even though it's just a turkey.
I feel like we're gonna get some sort of like PETA complaint or something.
Yeah, Pat, he's not talking to us. He's just showing us pictures of the turkey. So, well done. I'm gonna put him back in the waiting room for a minute. Oh my! And we've got.
Blues ain't never had no guest that didn't say shit on it.
Yeah, we just had a turkey. That's it. That's all we had was a turkey. So instead, we're bringing in Jake Harshman.
You get another turkey.
Yeah, we got a turkey. What's up, man? How you doing?
To leave when Harshman came on. Damn.
We dropped the turkey, Ryan.
It's typical. I expected it. Honestly.
No, hell, I was going to finish that YouTube video. I started this morning at 9 a.m.
All 46 minutes of it, right?
Dang.
Hey, y'all some bitches said I wasn't gonna be.
You run the time route on that one,
unbiased.
son. How long did that take to upload? That's what I really want to know.
I got FiOS. It took like 10 minutes.
I don't know what that means.
It's
It's
Joe Biden
Verizon.
internet.
Joe Biden, I got you.
Yeah, this is not some Arkansas backwoods internet shit that Jeff was working with at the beginning. That's
Let me
not
tell you
how we
something, buddy.
operate up here in the Northeast. Okay.
Let me tell you
My
something.
goodness.
I mean, I remember back in the day when Jeff barely had a dial-up connection, and it took like, well, I don't know, 15 minutes just to get somebody on.
Buddy, we had some times back then.
Everybody blame me for that, but I live here in the center of commerce in Northwest Arkansas. We've got fine internet. I believe it was Shane and Ryan the whole time.
Y'all even have a college there, I think.
We got a college here.
The center of commerce is what you
That's
just
right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's
The richest family in the world lives 10 minutes from my house, so I don't want to hear about it.
That's Clinton's home state, right?
Yes. He made millions selling cocaine and dropping it in Cuba from right here in Arkansas.
Well, you know,
Anyway,
whatever floats your boat, so to
Yeah.
speak.
so
Okay, yeah.
y'all know why I wanted to come on here?
I figured you had something to say about your boat review. I don't know.
Man, I think
We don't have that long, though, Jake. We don't have that long.
we don't have 46 minutes.
Slim it down to just like your review of the boat.
So, you know, I was greatly impressed with the things that they did to improve off of base what they had before. You know, prior to this drive system, that old drive system,
It was junk.
it was shit.
That was that.
I'm not gonna call it
I will. We are in agreement on that. They did improve greatly on this drive over their base.
I think that if people, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are very, you know, kick or pedal, right? And there's only one or the other. The people that are pedal are like, man, well, this is, you know, the pedal system is great. But the people that are kick, they say the pedal, you know, the typical like bicycle pedal motion is trash. And it's a personal preference thing. You the only thing that you're gonna, you know, be able to talk to somebody about is somebody who's never been in one that goes out and tries and see which one they're comfortable with. I think by and large, more people are comfortable with the kicking motion. I am not. I've never been. But I made those sacrifices to be in the best platform that was on the market, and that is the Hobie Pro Angler platform. 100% best platform on the market. But I made a sacrifice doing that kick motion. It's not good for my back. I hate it. Jeff, you know I started in the PDL, and I still believe to this day 100% that the PDL is probably the most efficient drive system out there. There's going to be people that argue with me about it, but it's a 10-to-1 gear ratio on a very fast hull. Well, the Predator or Big Water, whatever they want to call it, was a very fast hull. I'm not going to say anything about the other hulls, but when you couple that pedal drive system with that boat, there's not a faster boat out there except for maybe the Revo or whatever that is, that Hobie one. Was it like 18 feet
Rumor
long?
has it Sisto smoked Mark's ass out there on Eufaula in an Outback.
But what you got to consider is, you know, and I hate to give Steve Sisto a compliment, but he is kind of the epitome of fitness in kayak fishing.
Are you saying Mark Pendergraft is not the epitome of fitness? Have you seen Mark? Oh my God.
He can fit his whole pizza in his mouth. That's
He
about
can
it.
shoot pool one-handed.
Mark is a very strong man, but when you're talking about Steve,
He is a man. Oh,
listen, I don't know enough about Mark, but I can say that Steve is a very fit guy, and I would expect him to smoke most people in a kayak race.
Whoa, wow.
Well done, Steve.
So,
Hey. All right, so Keith Martin said get to the point. He wants to hear the juice.
I think it's a great.
So you
boat.
sticking with the boat? Are you sticking with the boat?
Wait, let's stop there. I don't know yet.
Oh,
He's still waiting on the blood to flow back down into his damn legs. He'll be on
I
that.
have to try. I have to try this boat on multiple different types of water before I can make a final decision.
I took 2 hours out of my life and spent in it because I do think the whole design is good. I like that they've integrated a lot of different accessory things. I like that they have the battery boxes forward and rear, so it's easy for you to put them in. They have pre-molded in little things so you can run foot-controlled steering if you're running a motor off the back. There's a lot of thought that went into it. The drive is quieter and more smooth than its predecessor. No argument at all. I have spent a lot of time in the bicycle motion little propeller drive deals. Seat height is key. That's what makes or breaks one of these. And that, honest to God, that's why I don't like the Old Town, is because the seat sits so low. The drive is super efficient. It's sealed, so there's not maintenance. You don't have all that to worry about. But I don't like sitting down and my knees being up. That to me was the biggest thing in my little tiny brain. And that dang rudder handle needs to be higher so I can get my hand on it instead of just my little fingertips. Like if you're in a hurry trying to grab something and turn, you need a hand on that thing.
If you're an average size man, I guess this isn't an issue. But when you
Wow.
have to go and be an overachiever and be a larger frame man,
Apparently.
so you got to be if
big
you're
boat,
tall,
right?
you have to have the
really
arms.
small, if you're really small, right next to the rudder handle, you can control it fine.
Or you have to be 6'3" with like 8 foot long arms, and you can reach the rudder. Is that the deal?
Granted, there's some improvements they could make, but I look at it and I say, okay, find me a company out there right now that is going to take their pro staff, their entire pro staff really, and say, what do you want? And then they take that information and they compile it into one boat and they make the best possible product. And even then, whenever there's issue or fault with the boat, they are willing to listen to you and talk to you about it and try to figure out something. Find me a company right now that's willing to do that.
We did it at Native on 3 different boats. I can speak for them, their company specifically.
Currently, find me a company that's willing. Here's what's not going to happen. Hobie's not going to do it because they don't have to. They're selling $5,500 boats. They don't have to make any changes because they already have the best platform.
The only thing I would change on the 360 is the belt drive, to be completely honest with you. That's my only cat. That's why I'm not in the 360 right now.
I could agree with you there. But you don't have many other companies out there that are willing to literally sit down with their pro staff and say, we've been fucking up for a while. Help us fix it. Find me one, and I'll admit that I'm wrong.
But does that?
Well, I will tell you this, Jake.
Does that fact make the drive better?
Yeah, for real.
I think the I don't know what they bring in, scientists or whatever to
Scientist,
Biologist, bicyclist.
Did they bring in a biologist to find out the gender of the drive? Is that what they did?
It was the Peloton designer or something. That they
the top is a male and the bottom is a female. That's
Okay.
the gender of the drive.
Oh my God.
Dang. Hanging down like that?
Yeah. Listen, I mean,
retractable. What is this? Collegiate swimming?
So natural kayak fishing from YouTube asked, what kayak are we talking about? We're talking about the Jackson Gnar. And Bob Baylor, who was just on, asked, is it better than the Titan? Which I don't think would be a very far leap to say.
They got to hang down.
I don't.
So
in my opinion, being in both of them, no, it's not.
When you say better, what do you mean better? Is it more stable? No. Is it faster? Yeah.
Oh, it may be faster. I couldn't get my knees down far enough to tell how fast I was going.
So when people talk about better, that is such a loaded question. It's such
best is relative. I understand that, Jake.
So what's better? Is it faster? This Gnar is faster. Is it more stable? No. Are you sitting in a live well? No. So let's be realistic. Like what are we talking about?
Does it turn better? It has a native looking rudder on it. Does it turn better than that?
Being in both of those, they turn very similar. I don't think that it turns badly at all. I think it turns on par with an Old Town or anything else. Like, there's not, once you get a boat that big, physics is not going to allow something to whip a 14-foot boat around. That's just not going to happen.
I did this in 2 separate times in my 46-minute video of this review.
I watched the whole damn thing. I'm serious. I mean this. I watched the whole thing. I did.
I appreciate you.
You should have waited until he was monetized, so it would have helped him out even more. But that's all right.
I don't care. I don't care about that.
He lost 30 subscribers since I watched it. Shit, he's gonna get monetized.
That's probably right. So when you look at this boat, right, and if you look at my video, I did this twice in the video where I literally turned the rudder and kept my feet off the pedals. And in that time frame, you saw the boat start creeping. That's indicative of a very responsive rudder.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a rudder's supposed to do.
The Old Town did that. I can't say that the Native did it because I didn't spend enough time in the Native to say that it did it, because I'm like, why is there all this water? So I don't, not understanding, like, but they made such vast improvement. It's a hard boat to not look at and say, okay, this is a contender. This is a flagship boat that actually makes sense. And they've actually leaped themselves back into the market of saying Jackson is a good pedal drive boat now.
And something you said a little bit ago, Jake. Sorry, Paul.
No, go ahead.
Talking about the brands doing different things. Old Town now has their own product development team. Not just a 1 or 2 people working on new stuff. They've got a team of folks doing it, and they're actually utilizing input from the pro staff. So,
and that's great.
Yeah. So and as companies learn what other companies are doing, they kind of push each other to do that, right?
Yeah, so, you have to, because if you stay stagnant, you're going to be stagnant.
Todd Patrick brought up a very good point. The NAR should be in a HD and HD FD version. I do like that hull. I think the hull is designed very well. I think it should be offered in a motor ready, paddle kayak, if you will, version without the drive.
I would agree. But here's what you got to look at. And I think you look at this from a business perspective. If they made that boat without the pedal drive, what are you really changing outside of taking the bottom, that middle section?
You don't have that big hump of drive in front of you.
Right. But if you want to operate it with just the motor, then take the top part off.
Right, but then you still have the weight of whatever the system is. The boat was a little heavier than I anticipated when I first literally picked it up. That was a lot.
So when my wife and I moved my Pro Angler off of my trailer and moved the Jackson onto the trailer, and I mean, Sarah, what do you think? Was it heavier or was it lighter? Do you feel like
this one was loaded, Sarah? I got those blue shorts in my bag.
Which one was heavier? The blue one or the gray one? Which one? The blue one. Okay, that's the Pro Angler.
How much did you have in it?
Not much. Not much more than what I had in the Jackson. I think they're. No, we're not talking about these fucking blue shorts.
Oh. Wow. We're right in getting the inside peek at the boardroom meeting over here. You guys are
listen. I already told you those shorts ain't gonna work for me. We got Muskie on the Susky.
That's all right. That's all right.
So.
Well, good stuff, Jake, man. I appreciate you coming on here to defend your position. If anybody doesn't know,
all these naysayers talking about how are you going to be unbiased? You already spent money on it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I spent money on it. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it.
You make that VA
well,
money,
you're
son.
kind of invested in it at that point, though. It's tough if you buy something and give a terrible review. It's going to be hard to resell it because you told them this. I wouldn't own it. This sucks. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. I got this on sale, 10% off. I'll pick it up at the house.
That's the thing. It's part 2 later after the sale. You can do another review.
Now, this is the extra unbiased review.
You put it in all caps and say the real truth.
I've never not been honest in this game about what it is, because the minute you lose your integrity is the minute you lose everything. And that's real talk. So, you can't be dishonest about some shit. I mean, Jeff,
hope to see you on Jackson's pro staff within weeks, Jake.
Listen, I'm not asking for, I don't want that.
I'm asking for it for you.
But Jeff can attest to this. Jeff, what did honesty get me with Old Town?
Well, yeah, you're in a Jackson now.
Well, no. honesty.
Get out of here, Jeff.
Whenever I say this, whenever they say, "What's your opinion?" and I say, "Well, I don't like it. I don't."
Yeah.
And shortly after that, the contract was rewritten, and I couldn't use a competitor's product. So.
Yeah, honestly, you stood by your position and you were honest about it, and you're right. It made it. You guys had to part ways, and that's just the way it was. But you did, hold by your position, didn't cave to what you wanted to do. So respect for that. And ever since I met you, Jake, I know that about you. So, that's a good in my book, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. Who's Jabberhammer? I don't know you, sir.
That's Paul.
Paul, how have you not interviewed Jake Harshman yet? Interview him on your next deal.
I don't know, man. We some shitty ass podcasts. We be getting damn people. We're number one podcast in the Panama Canal. Panama, just canal.
Bro, what kind of hat are you wearing? I can't see what.
It's a Daffy Duck hat, man.
It's my damn Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. My bad.
Damn Disney World. Hey. While I got a second to talk, this is
sorry, Paul.
Like Paul just got on here.
Speed, stability, the two S's, the SS of kayak fishing. Everybody wants to talk about how fast kayak is and how stable it is. Like everybody talks about those two things, but look, what people don't realize is the speed and stability depend on the fat assness of the person in the kayak. And so you can't only go so fast as your fat ass can pedal, and you can only be as stable as your fat ass is stable. So like when you talk, those are two things that people talk about, but you got to put that perspective of who you are. And Jake touched on that with what he was talking about, and I'm in a Hobie PA-14, so we talk about the drives and all this and that, but if you want to talk about speed and stability, you got to look at yourself in the mirror with your shirt off and understand how good that you could potentially be in that boat.
Paul, that's why these companies put these fun-sized dudes standing on the seat to say how stable the boat is.
Here you go, little buddy. They get these jockeys straight out of Kentucky Derby. Like, get your ass in here and go show them how.
Yeah, stand on the seat, man. Tell them it's stable. I'm like, wait a minute. I want to see a big. I'm like you, Paul. I want to see a big dude standing on that thing and leaning off the side. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I tried to stand on the front of my damn Hobie PA-14 like Christine. You know what the hell happened?
Please
I
show
was on
us.
dry land and I fell off. There ain't no damn way I'm doing that on the water. Ain't no way.
I want to see that become a trend. I want to start seeing some grown ass men standing up on the hood of the Hobie.
I've tried it. I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
I'll have to open mine up and just stand down into the hole.
That's actually a better idea. Honestly, that's a better idea. If you literally
I do it for the
open
vantage point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you gain from it, but it would be cool to see.
All right, so
the only time I ever take mine out is with the fishing gear on it. So, like, the only time I would ever try that is when it had nothing on it that I could lose.
I got you. Well, we're getting towards the end of the show here. We got to pick best caller of the night. We got two of them on right now. This ain't Bass and Brews, Paul. We ain't going for 2.5 hours, man. I got to go to work tomorrow.
I got half
I'm
at a White Claw, so I can't.
What is this? I have to go to work tomorrow. I know where you work, sir.
That's true, and I'm working from home tomorrow. To be fair,
bullshit.
But I still got to go to bed. I hadn't seen my wife all day. That's the real truth. I'm gonna go in there and talk to her today.
There we go. That's a real reason there.
Yeah, and I was looking good in my work clothes, so who knows where the night.
My goodness.
Pajamas?
Hey, before we go, real quick.
No, but look, we gotta pick a caller. Hang on a minute, Paul. We gotta pick a caller, man.
It's the only time I've ever done math. Go ahead.
We'll do your math as soon as we get this vote going in the comments for the best caller of the night.
People speak. Who gets
so in the comments, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're at, who was the best caller of the night? Go. And while they're voting, Paul, go ahead with your numbers, man.
All right. Going back to the TOC, I find this interesting. Out of the top 17, 2 have won tournaments. They're qualified for the TOC from what I was looking at on the website. I could be wrong. All right. But 2 showed TOC qualified. First place has 279 points. Fourth place has 217. By my South Carolina mathematics, that's a 62-point difference. What does that mean? Like, is that a lot of points or not a lot of points?
Well, with
it
5
depends if
events to
you're-
go, I don't think it
depends
means a whole
on
lot.
if you're winning or losing. I think.
If you look at the timestamp, I asked this question 45 minutes ago. And we don't have
Sorry,
to
Paul.
answer it now. So y'all can answer it in the chat and on the message boards.
I think it means there's not enough events yet to really make a determination. That's what I think.
Okay.
That's what I think.
So
Paul.
I think in the grand scheme of things, I don't think 60 points is a lot. How much was Jordan back this year? How many points?
Big.
Did he?
Yeah, he climbed late, but he was still big. Even at TOC, he was not in the top 5, and he made
Right.
that climb late. So
Chad Dagley's in the comments. Chad, come on and tell us your side, man. I don't. We got to get this out.
so right now the turkey's winning the vote.
I see
vote
that.
for Turkey.
How are we going to sing? I mean, we're going to need a human to step up, right? Because Can turkeys have addresses?
Bob's making a comeback. We got a couple votes for Bob. Some more Coon King. That's Bob, I assume. Bob.
Okay.
Jake. We have votes for Jake. Paul, you're getting the short end of the stick because you basically stayed on like a guest host, so people aren't calling you a caller all that long. So
Hey,
Man.
it's all good. I'm used to running a shitty ass podcast, so we good. I'm at the bottom of everything.
What
I'm
does
happy
that
with
mean, Paul? Why did you say that?
Look,
Listen,
Wow.
I love shitty podcasts because then I can come on and be myself
Thank
and
you.
actually not have little
Jake.
expectations.
Jake, if you have 2.5 to 3.5 hours to talk shit,
It's not what I thought you were going to say.
If you have that 2.5 to 3 hours to talk shit and talk fishing, we'll have you on the podcast because this is a podcast for you.
I have that weekly.
Oh,
all right.
great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Nobody loves me and wants to talk to me, so I look for anybody that wants to talk to me outside of my own house.
Look,
All right.
Jordan Marshall had the lights go out on him before we ended the podcast.
That's because he didn't pay his bills.
Somebody hit the dump truck.
All right. So it looks like from a human standpoint, Bob Baylor has made a comeback and is going to take the title between the YouTube and Facebook comments. So Bob, you're the Revo winner tonight. He's the Co-Wetzel concert guy winner and also now the Revo sunglasses caller of the night. There you go, Bob. You're the man.
Hey, Bob's chasing that neon rainbow, baby. You wear them up to lacrosse.
Congrats, Bob.
All right. What a show tonight, Ryan. I wasn't sure if we were going to get going, but we got some momentum and got some great
We
callers.
gotta go.
So,
We left a little on the table, but we'll take that. We'll take that.
yeah. I think that was Luke's turkey. He just said Fred's going to be pissed, so I think Luke called that in.
He probably did.
Yeah. But yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Broken Bow Thursday. Get together for Thursday evening. Ryan will probably post some details of that later, but fun show tonight, y'all.
For sure, for sure. Take care, ladies and gents. Appreciate it. Sorry the Women's Fishing Federation couldn't get everybody together. That somebody made a store run and they couldn't get back in time. But
Shame. All right.
see everybody at Broken Bow.
Thanks for letting me bring her home. I'm out.
Yes,
See
sir.
y'all.